I want to know if you could create your own show, or, if you've seen any shows in the past, what have been your thoughts about them, shows that feature nurses, and what would you do to change?
So first, I have a big handicap in that I don't watch TV and haven't for 20 some years. So
nothing wrong with that. I'll tell you.
That's the handicap.
You're not
But
missing much.
I did see Nurse Jackie, and I did read about Nurse Jackie, who I thought was a powerful person, except for they had to make her a drug addict.
Well,
right? Yeah. So what would that look like if she wasn't? What would that, entire show look like if she didn't have the addiction? Yeah. It's not that nurses don't once in a while, but they took the key character and had to give her a deficit or a challenge instead of having a nurse stand in her full power. So what does a nurse look like standing in his or her own power? I would have this nurse, capture both the science and the art of our profession. Yeah. Just remember it, it's the same hand that titrates a dopamine drip and then goes into the next room and is the only hand that's touching a patient who is dying. Our minds can run like ACLS flow charts. Oh, breathing is down. Let's see, possible causes. What has happened? What's the medication? Our mind, and yet then we can stand there with our presence, which matters just as much. I mean, if you could tell story after story after story of these intimate moments, what you would be doing is you'd be elevating the profession of nursing. But you have to elevate both. So I would have my heroine be somebody who is present in these compassionate moments, in this suffering with others, at the same time saying, "Excuse me, doctor, I don't think that's the right drug. Let me tell you why."
The art and the science.
Yes.
Yeah. Merging both of those things
together.
Well,
that's why I think nursing is so special. Is there any other profession that embodies both so fully? No, not to me. Not even a minister in a church. I'm going to scream if somebody tells me we're the most trusted profession again. Because do you know why we're the most trusted? Well, ask why. Why are we the most trusted profession? And the only reason is because Cloutier Raphael wrote a book called The Culture Code. And the code in America, the culture code for nurse, is most similar to mother. That's the only reason. It's not because of something we have done. We must change the culture code. Nurse is not a mother. Mothers can be taken advantage of. We love what they do and we trust them implicitly, but if they miss their lunch to give it to me, I don't mind. Yeah. Mothers are not highly trained, scientific. So we have to change the cultural code in order to change the public perception of what nursing is. And that will require a PR campaign, a show like no other.